the news, youth injure pastor and burn houses in Bauchi State over blasphemy of Islam. Tunisian President names law professor to head committee preparing new constitution, excludes political parties. Australia elects Labour leader Albanese as Prime Minister, removes Morrison. Details shortly. This is TOS Television, your digital-first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Ukwande, and this is TOS News 360. A woman ran onto the red carpet at the Cannes Film Festival to protest against sexual violence in Ukraine. The protesters stripped off a gown to reveal the words, "Stop raping us," painted on her body, along with the colors of the Ukrainian flag. Ukrainian authorities have said they are investigating cases of women being raped by Russian forces during their occupation of parts of the country. Now to Nigeria. A pastor has allegedly been injured and many houses burnt by irate youths who went on the rampage over alleged blasphemy in the Katangan area of Warji local government area of Bauchi State. The trouble is said to have started when a message was allegedly circulated on social media that a Christian girl in the town allegedly engaged in the blasphemy of Islam. It is an aftermath of the incident of the alleged blasphemy that happened in Sokoto State last week. Now to politics. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has said it will uphold Section 84, subsection 8 of the Electoral Act 2022, as amended by the National Assembly, in conducting its primaries coming up on May 29. Section 84, subsection 8 of the Electoral Act permits statutory delegates to participate in political parties, congresses, and conventions. The subsection states that delegates to vote at indirect primaries and the National Convention of Political Parties to elect candidates for elections shall be those democratically elected for that purpose alone. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, said it has released a former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Madam Patricia Ette, who was earlier arrested for alleged fraud. Ette was released 3 days after her arrest after meeting bail conditions granted to her by the investigators working on her case, according to a statement from the Commission. She is to report periodically to assist further investigations, the EFCC added. Now, the Nigerian Railway Corporation has announced that it is postponing the resumption date for the Abuja-Kaduna train services. This came as families of the abductees welcomed the development and urged the federal government to hasten its rescue efforts. The postponement came after families of kidnapped victims from the Abuja-Kaduna train passengers vowed to picket train stations in Abuja and Kaduna over the planned resumption of activities on the axis. This is your digital-first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You're watching TOS News 360, Africa stories plus global and health stories. When we return, do stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Across Africa, armed men kidnapped an Italian couple and their son in southern Mali overnight, the church said on Friday, as violence spreads in the country ravaged by an Islamist insurgency. A spokesman for the Jehovah's Witness Church in neighboring Senegal said the couple is in their 70s and their son is about 50. They were living in Mali for personal reasons and are not missionaries, he said. Media outlets reported that a Togolese national was kidnapped along with the Italians, but the spokesman said he could not confirm that. South Africa State Utility Eskom said it will increase the frequency of rotational power cuts on Saturday and Sunday due to higher than expected demand and after some units tripped. It said it will increase rotational power cuts to stage 4 from stage 2 between 1 p.m. and 10 p.m. on Saturday. Stage 4 power cuts will resume between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. on Sunday, it added. This would essentially mean more parts of the country will see a power outage during the given time. Tunisian President Kais Saied named a law professor to head an advisory committee to draft a new constitution for a new republic, the presidency said on Friday, excluding political parties from restructuring the political system. Since Saied consolidated his one-man rule, he said he will replace the democratic 2014 constitution with a new constitution via a referendum on July 25 and have new parliamentary elections in December. The committee must submit its report on June 20 to the president, the official gazette said. On the global scene, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has been removed from power as the country has elected its first Labour government in almost a decade. This means Labour leader Anthony Albanese, from a non-Anglo-Celtic background, will be the country's next Prime Minister. One of Australia's longest-serving politicians, he says it is about time the parliament reflects modern Australia, also citing his humble beginnings as a kid in public housing. And on health matters, more than 80 cases of monkeypox have been confirmed in at least 12 countries. The World Health Organization has said another 50 suspected cases have been investigated, without naming any countries, and warned that more cases are likely to be reported. Infections have been confirmed in 9 European countries as well as the US, Canada, and Australia. There is no specific vaccine for the monkeypox, but a smallpox jab offers 85% protection. And that is it on TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African News Network. For more updates, do visit www.tostvnetwork.com. Do follow and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Okmade. Thanks for watching.